Nice. Nice. Those watches are already friends. Already friends on one hand, and yeah, I think they feel pretty comfortable here. Welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim, and in this episode I have the pleasure to present you two very special watches with real value on a budget. And when I say on a budget, I really mean it, because we're talking here about prices under 300 or under 200 US dollars. But first let me tell you this. Every time a microbrand gets in contact with me and they want me to review their prototypes, those watches here are prototypes, then I always think, really? Another microbrand? Is this necessary? And then I see images and I think, is this really necessary? And then often you see, oh, wait a sec, what's this? And then you see something interesting. And then you write back, of course, it would be a pleasure to review that watch here. And this is the case with those two watches here. And they are kind of similar in features and in size. And so I've decided I put them together. They both have a Seiko movement inside. They're both 40 millimeters. They're both waterproof to 300 meters, and so really equipment on the wrist. But at the same time, they're very different in case materials and in the feel. The experience on the wrist is extremely different. And so I'm going to show you both watches in the Lightbox right now. But first, let me tell you a funny episode from customs. I had to talk one watch through customs because prototype, what can you do with it? I mean, I haven't bought it. I have to return it. There's no money involved, but the officer at customs first didn't speak English, one single word. I mean, you don't work at customs if you don't speak English, right? So I could not prove with emails that this is only prototype, so I had to pay this. But then he asked me, hey, you are in retail? Do you sell this watch? I pretty like it, I would buy it. And I said, no, very sorry, I'm only the reviewer here. Okay, and here are the two watches for this review. On the left, you see Forteller watches, the Cambrian sent in by the owner Sven. And the Cambrian here is inspired by the Cambrian period, known as the biggest and first live explosion on Earth. And this watch, by the way, comes from Norway. And on the right, we see the Dailos Waveform. And this happens when somebody decides, I want to produce a titanium diver on an extreme budget. And the man behind this brand is Denzel, and he sent this watch all the way from Singapore. And I think we can begin in alphabetic order with the Cambrian. And the first thing I want to show you is the sunburst effect. This they call a sunburst effect. Look at that. Wow. I mean, this is really a nice effect. I mean, we've seen so many sunburst effects, but sometimes it really pops. And this is the case here together with this blue. But okay, let's first go over the basics so that we're knowing what we're doing here. So first, case diameter is 39 millimeters, including bezel is 40 millimeters. And lug to lug, the overall length is 47. Lug width is 20, and the thickness is 14 millimeters. 14 millimeters, here you have it, so relatively thick case. Inside is, as mentioned, a Seiko movement. This is the NH35 automatic movement. You have a sapphire crystal here with anti-reflective coating. We have a date, as you can see, and the piece is waterproof to 300 meters. So this, you can go diving with that, in fact. We have also a screw-down crown. We have drilled lug holes, very easy to change the strap here. We have a ceramic bezel with a ceramic inlay, 120 clicks. Unidirectional, so only in one direction. And here you see the bracelet. Nice solid bracelet. I mean, I've said this before, there are so many companies out there which offer good bracelets, so it's not rocket science anymore to buy a good bracelet on a budget. You see here the clasp, security clasp. Here you have micro adjustment, so just open it and there it is. There is your bracelet. It looks pretty robust, feels good. You see here brushed sides, like the entire case, by the way. Everything here is brushed, which gives the watch a very tooly appearance, which is good. Solid end links. And so the thing really feels substantial and tooly. Really good feel. I'm not worried to damage here anything, as you can see. And the lug form is pretty old-fashioned, as you see. Pretty old-fashioned, massive, not super elegant, but okay. There's this little facet here, high polished, to give the watch a little bit more contour, but overall very robust and good feel. And the exact weight, let me check my notes, is 167 gram. Okay, now let's operate the watch. Let's close the bracelet again. So focus, there it is. Let's operate. So screw down crown. Nothing fancy. Position 2. If you know this movement, then yeah, it's all the same. Position 2, is for setting the time. Hackable, as you can see. And position 1, sometimes a bit tricky to catch, is for the date. As you can see, the date is changing. Should change precisely at midnight again. There it is. Yeah, well made thing. Okay, that's all. That's really all I can say about how to operate the movement, how to set the time. Very basic but reliable, works fine. And something interesting here is, there you see on the Caseback, this is always a bit tricky to show you that. Let me open this so we have more. There is this bug, this fossil here, and this is a fossil from the Cambrian age, to give us a reference to the name of this watch. There's this, I mean, this is pretty well made, I must say, high polish, and then this grainy texture around it. If you find it super attractive to have that bug on the wrist, this is another question, to be frank, but I like it. In a way I like it. It looks alien-esque to me, but it's something special. You don't see this on every watch, right? Okay, but now let's go back to the dial. Here you see something not super special. I mean, this is a dive watch. This follows a purpose, a function. And so, of course, you have massive indices. You have very legible hands, as you can see here. You have a tiny second hand because it's not so necessary. You have the date on position 3. A lot of people don't like this. I'm not amongst them. I like it pretty much, to be frank. And what I like also here is that the information is on the dial very subtle. Look at the logo, Forteller logo. Looks very Nordish, but I've no idea what it means. And yeah, I don't know, just don't know. And here you have those basic informations. Cambrian, 300 meters. And this all together with this amazing sunburst effect and this amazing color. So overall, for me, it really works. It really works. It's not the dial that you see and you think, oh wow, it's so special, but it's solid. It does the job and looks incredibly good. Okay, but now let's put it on the wrist. Then you can see how it looks like on a. It doesn't work, unfortunately, because the bracelet is huge. And so very sorry, guys. Let me readjust the camera. But you can't see the presence of the piece. I have a 17 centimeter wrist, and you can see now how it looks like, and you see the size of the bracelet. My God, I mean, you can wear it obviously over a diving suit or around your leg, I think. But yeah, but the sunburst effect, I mean, wow, this is just gorgeous. And this watch here comes with an entire package. Let me show you this. It's pretty amazing, must say, especially if you see the price. Here you see it. This is this type of wallet, type of watch roll. Here you have the logo, Forteller watches. By the way, Forteller, what does it mean in Norwegish or in English? I mean, is this the storyteller or the fortune teller? Could be, right? But my Norwegish is not in existence, so don't know this for sure. So we have some other items I can show you here. This is a tool to change straps. There's another tool to change bracelets. And there you have another strap, which comes with a watch. This is a rubber strap. Let me show you the entire thing. Rubber strap. Rubber strap, yeah, basic, pretty basic, but will do the job, right? I mean, a rubber strap is a rubber strap. You can write a fancy name on it, but it stays a rubber strap. And then it comes with a rubber strap and with a leather strap. Here you can see this. This is let's open the thing. a leather strap. There it is. And they write Halloween leather strap. I don't believe it, to be frank. Halloween leather strap. Okay, but let's check it. Maybe they're correct. Is this real Halloween leather? I mean, could be. I'm not a super expert when it comes to Halloween. It feels pretty good. There you have a branding Halloween leather. Wow. Edges unsealed. This is a bit strange, to be frank. Really not a good decision, I think. I would seal this at home. And if you do it with beeswax or something like that, or liquid rubber or something like that to prevent damage with moisture here. Yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan of the strap, I must say. Halloween, yeah, sounds nice, but I don't know. And this look here, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of this. It doesn't feel so cool, to be frank. By the way, now I recall, I think I've read sometimes that horse leather stores water in another way than other leather. Maybe this is not necessary. If you have more information about that, then please let us know in the comments. Okay, and now back to the watch and to the changes. They want to have on the final product more lume, and in fact the lume on this watch is okay, but here on this image it looks better than it is, because those iPhone images, they make great lume shots, but they don't represent reality in my experience. And they want to change the date wheel to a black date wheel. Depends on the color. There are various colors available, will be available, and so they want to go away from this white date wheel. Thumbs up here, absolutely, thumbs up. They want to improve the bezel, because Sven wrote me that sometimes you have a strange behavior. I didn't notice it, to be frank. To me this feels... okay, but here is something... or, I don't know. There was something a bit weird, but I'm not sure. So they want to fix that. And they want to get rid of that. Let me show you this ring here. They want to flatten the case back a little bit. Want to flatten the case back so that the height is reduced. And so then it sits more comfortably on your wrist. So those are the basic changes. There were also some changes with the clasp of the straps, but I didn't find this so interesting. But this is, of course, vital information here, that they want to fix bezel, more lume, get rid of the height of the ring here, and so those are the basic changes I want to mention here. And the watch will be on the market in a limited edition, 999 pieces, and available around mid-December. I leave a link in the description so that you can check the Kickstarter page when it's online. They had some trouble with Kickstarter there. But Sven told me around mid-December this watch will be available with this package you've seen here. Okay, here we are with our next watch, and this is the Waveform made by Dailos Watches. And the first thing you cannot see, but I can feel it, how light this watch is, actually. But I mean, the same ingredients, the same features, the same dimensions, roughly, at least. But this is incredible lightweight, this watch. And this, of course, of the titanium. And you see as well a nice sunburst effect here on the dial. Okay, but let's be precise. Let's go over the exact measurements here. And we have a case diameter of 40 millimeters. The length overall is 47 millimeters. The lug width is 20. Thickness is 13.7, so a little bit thinner than the last watch. Water resistance as well, up to 300 meters. Case and bracelet material is titanium. The insert here is ceramic. And here you have a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Inside, like the last watch, a Seiko movement, and exactly the same NH35, so automatic movement. Here you have the date on position 3. The crown, a little bit unusual, Seiko-esque, on position 4. Pretty cool, by the way, pretty cool. I have a Seiko 5 with that crown position, and I like that. On this greenish bluish dial, you also have a nice sunburst. It's not as spectacular as the Forteller, but it really works, and it's really, really beautiful tone. And what I said about legibility and form follows function here, I mean the same applies to that watch. You have big indices because it's a dive watch. You need big indices, you need big hands, you need massive lume. You have a 60-click unidirectional bezel here. I will tell you something about the bezel as well in a second because there's something wrong with it. And here is the bracelet. Again, good working substantial titanium bracelet with the typical look of titanium. Look at this, brushed. By the way, the entire watch is brushed, as you can see, except this little facet again to give the thing a little bling and a little bit more contour. And the clasp is more basic. There's not a security clasp, but you have here micro adjustments. Yeah, to micro adjust the bracelet. And on the case back here you find a little decoration, an anchor. See that? Really, really nice. Really nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and it's enjoyable to handle it because it's so lightweight, and at the same time it feels pretty damn hard. And so let's operate it. Screw down crown guards, as you can see. Position, I mean same movement. So position 2 is setting the time. Nice date wheel, by the way. Look at the date wheel, green and white, and it matches exactly the dial. Really well made. Thumbs up, big thumbs up here. And what I like here again is how they treated the dial with the informations. You don't have this super big logo. You have Dailos here, the D, and then you have the name of the watch, waveform, and then the basic informations about water tightness, and that's it. That's absolutely it. And this works fine in my eyes, absolutely fine. Okay, but now to the changes here. As I said, this is a prototype 2, and Denzel wrote me that they've changed the 19-click bezel will be changed to 60, or excuse me, then this is a 90-click bezel will change to a 60 bezel with a better and tighter bezel action. Good decision, because see that? How wobbly this is? There's something wrong with it. I mean, normally there's a little wire type of thing in there which delivers tension, and obviously there's something wrong with it. It's super loose here. You can use it like that accidentally, and so this is not good for such a watch, I think. And then he writes the color tone of the ceramic bezel insert will be slightly lighter than the prototype to match the color of the case and bracelet to give it a cleaner and more versatile look, as the current bezel is a little too dull. Yeah, I see it. See what he means. It's a little bit, that's not so prominent here. And he writes about the bracelet. The current prototype uses a double screw link system for the bracelet, which although is more secure, causing the sizing of the bracelet to be very difficult. It will be changed to the regular one-sided screw links for the production model. And then some more minor adjustment, but not really important. But those are the basic things. And I think if they can fix those issues, then you have a really great watch. And the watch will be available on Kickstarter in May 2021. And let's put it on the wrist. Again, the bracelet is huge. It's a shame because I really like to wear this watch for a day, but I don't want to change the bracelet length. It's a little bit too much change for a prototype and a borrowed watch. But there you can see how it looks like on my 17-centimeter wrist. So massive, huge, 40 millimeters on 17 centimeters is big, but a dive watch is supposed to be big. By the way, guys, it's pretty challenging and pretty difficult to keep all the features in mind of those two watches in one review. And so if you miss something, if I've forgotten something, specifications you would like to know, then just ask in the comments. I'm sure that we can figure out the information, whatever it is. Okay, farewell shot, farewell shot, farewell shot, farewell shot. Nice. Nice. This is a good look. This is really good look. And there you can see that those watches are already friends. Already friends on one hand, and I think they feel pretty comfortable here. Yeah, and I must say both of those watches have presented here really some positives, some strengths, and really like them. This was an easy review for me because of course you don't want to say many bad things about watches, because then the owner are extremely disappointed. But this for me was easy. This was easy. I really like those pieces. Okay, welcome back. Nearly the end of this video, but let me add something small here. There's this bias that founder of microbrands are somewhat greedy figures, and they want your money with some cheap watches. My experience is pretty different. I've met a lot of real enthusiasts in this microbrand scenery, and you realize this when they freak out about their watches in the mail. When DHL makes something funny and the watch is then lost for a couple of hours or days, then they freak out sometimes. Do you have the tracking number? Do you have the tracking number? Please, where's my watch? Where's my watch? And then you realize those are not the cold-blooded businessmen. And so I have to say it was always a pleasure to deal with microbrands, especially with the characters behind those brands. Hillary from Dailos Watches, for example, or Peter from Australia sent a watch from Australia to me. Second Hour Watches, Jean Clear Diver that was, or now with Sven from Norway and Denzel from Singapore. Thank you all very much. It's always a pleasure for me to have those watches here in the studio, and I learned so much myself reviewing them. And so yeah, thank you very much for that opportunity. And dear viewer, if you like those videos, then please consider subscribing. It's a big help. It's extremely encouraging for me. And if you want to have sneak previews to further videos, to future videos here, then check out my Instagram site, Caseback_Tim. And now let me thank you very much for your attention, and maybe until next time.